today's video, we are gonna be taking a look at the top 20 most expensive LEGO Star Wars minifigures 2025 edition. I took the prices of new figures according to Brickset for reference, and to be honest, I chose Brickset because it was way easier for me this way, but I will also include the 6-month average Bricklink prices of sold new figures so you can compare them. Of course, the later you see this video, the more likely it is that the prices have changed since, and I'm also only gonna focus on minifigures that have been released in regular sets, so no special promos, GWPs or employee sets. If you would like a video of the top 20 most expensive figures with promos and special fix included, please let me know in the comments down below. But now let's waste no time and get to spot number 20, and this is SW0121 Anakin Skywalker with light up lightsaber from set number 7257 Ultimate Lightsaber Duel. According to Brickset, this 2005 figure in new condition is worth about $175 which is a lot of money for such an old release. Now while this Anakin itself looks pretty dated, the reason that this figure is so expensive is of course the light up lightsaber, which lights up if you press the head of the figure. This was one of the coolest features ever, and it's gonna be interesting if the new smart minifigs can compete with this play feature. Spot number 19 is the original clone Scout Trooper from Kashyyyk, SW0131 from set number 7261 Clone Turbo Tank. This figure will likely set you back about $177, and if you plan to army build this guy, you better have some money ready to be spent. As far as I know, LEGO just reused the old Scout Trooper helmet mold here, which is pretty lazy, but they at least changed it later on in 2014 to a unique mold. Besides that, the Scout Trooper has some pretty cool printing on torso, hips and legs, but this alone wouldn't make me pay these kind of prices, even though I really dig the look of it. Moving on to spot number 18, and here we have SW0202 Clone Trooper Commander Fox in his Phase 1 armor from set number 7681 Separatist Spider Droid. This minifigure is currently priced at around $180 in brand new condition, and as most of the original Phase 1 clone commanders, this is once again an amazing figure with the very cool clone accessory pieces and some awesome printing on torso and helmet. Overall, a very cool clone which I still need for my collection besides the other Phase 1 clone commanders from the Clone Wars. Spot number 17 is SW0416 Pre-Vizsla from set number 9525 Pre-Vizsla's Mandalorian Starfighter. This is probably the coolest Mandalorian figure LEGO has ever made, and because of it, it costs about $185 in brand new condition, but I kinda understand it cause look at him. For a minifigure that came out in 2012, he had some amazing printing on torso, legs and on his helmet, which looks incredible, and even better is the cloth cape with the awesome printing on top of it. Having this guy leading a bunch of Death Watch Mandos looks absolutely amazing, and I think a remake would be very well deserved, so more people can enjoy this character in their collections. Spot number 16 is SW0413 Darth Malgus from set number 9500 Sith Fury Class Interceptor. According to Brickset, Malgus currently costs about $196 in brand new condition, which is wild. This is the only time this Old Republic character got a LEGO minifigure, and LEGO went all out. He has phenomenal printing on his torso, hips and legs, the face looks great, they gave him a custom cape and even a custom shoulder armor piece with printing on it. When I was younger, I had no idea who he was, and I still don't know all of his backstory, but I always thought this has to be one of the coolest looking Sith minifigures ever made. Spot number 15 is one of the most desired minifigures that I still need for my collection, and this is SW0387 Queen Amidala from set number 9499 Gungan Sub. She is currently priced at around $198, and I kinda get why, as this is the only time the LEGO made this iconic look from the movie. She has some amazing printed details, a unique dress piece which is insane, and even more insane is the hairpiece with the crown molded into it. I mean, just look at this. It's a piece of LEGO art, and with all the molded and printed details, this figure looks phenomenal. I really hope that LEGO at some point remakes this figure, because this is one of the most iconic Phantom Menace looks and even was on the movie poster, so I think this character should be available a little cheaper than about $200. Staying in the Phantom Menace, on spot number 14 we have probably the most outdated minifigure on this list. SW0038 Watto is from set number 7186 Watto's Junkyard, and even though this figure is about to be 25 years old next summer, it costs about $199 in brand new condition. Now of course we have some way better looking and more modern Watto figures, and the reason this one is so expensive is obviously because he's old. I mean, there is just not a single bit of printing on here, and while the molded details are great, I think some printing would have elevated this figure a lot. And even though he's from 2001, this is still a little disappointing. Spot number 13 is a little more reasonable in my opinion. SW0971 Lando Calrissian Cloud City outfit is from one of the, in my opinion, ugliest sets for display that LEGO has ever made. Set number 75222 Betrayal at Cloud City. Now while the set itself is not the most beautiful thing to look at, the minifigs were awesome, and because of this and the fact that the set retailed for $350 and because of the fact that nobody wanted to pay these prices, the great looking minifigs are pretty expensive nowadays. Cloud City Lando is valued at around $209 in new condition, and this is quite a lot of money, even more than half of the original retail price of the whole set, but to be honest, I kinda get it. This version of Lando is beautiful. Now while the minifig itself looks pretty standard for the face, torso and legs, the cape has two colors, blue on the outside and gold on the inside, and it even has this pattern on the inside which is just so freaking cool. Spot number 12 is once again a very old figure, and this is SW0104 Princess Leia from set number 10123, the original Cloud City, and this Leia variant will set you back around $240 according to Brickset. Now I guess most of y'all already expected figures from the Cloud City when you clicked on this video, and here is the first example. This Leia is not all too special, has some standard torso printing, a very standard face and a cool hairpiece, but she's exclusive to the original Cloud City, which makes her super expensive. Barely missing the top 10, on spot number 11 we have SW0610 Boba Fett, and this is the version from set number 75060, the beautiful UCS Slave 1. According to Brickset, this figure is valued at around $269, but you can already get it way cheaper on Bricklink, and I guess this is because of the most recent Boba Fett, which has arm printing as well, and I believe led to a price drop of this Boba Fett. This is a great figure, don't get me wrong, but if you get a cloth cape for your newer Boba from the Mac, you have the, in my opinion, superior version because of the updated face. But now getting to spot number 10, we have SW0577 Kanan Jarrus black hair and eyebrows from set number 75053, the Ghost. This minifig will set you back around $279, and this is because of a production change. In the earlier version of the Ghost, Kanan had a black hairpiece and the hair on his face print was black as well, but pretty early on LEGO changed this to a much more accurate brown hair color on both his hairpiece and face print, which led to the discontinuation of the black hair Kanan, making him a much rarer version than the pretty basic and easily obtainable brown hair Kanan. Moving into the single digits, on spot number 9 we have another Star Wars Rebels minifigure. SW0759 Ahsoka Tano was included in set number 75158 Rebel Combat Frigate. This was for a pretty long time considered as the best looking LEGO Ahsoka minifigure, and because of this the figure is still valued at around $285 in brand new condition. Now while I agree that this is a very cool variant of a very beloved character, I do think that almost $300 is way too much. The set this figure comes from is solid, but in my opinion Commander Sato is already a cooler looking figure and was included in the very same set. As a Rebels and Ahsoka fan, I still want to own this variant one day, but the prices make me debate that wish. Spot number 8 is one of the most iconic classic LEGO Star Wars minifigs. SW0054 Jango Fett was the first minifig of the iconic bounty hunter from Attack of the Clones, and for the longest time the set he came in, set number 7153 Jango Fett Slave 1, was the only Jango variant of this ship until this year when LEGO released two of these ships, one in play scale and one in UCS scale. However, this figure stayed very expensive and is currently valued at around $334 in brand new condition, and this is quite a lot. Personally, I wouldn't pay near $300 for this version, but I definitely see why people like the charm that these classic LEGO Star Wars minifigures had. The printing was pretty cool and the helmet piece looks nice as well, especially when you're considering that this figure is from 2002. Moving on to spot number 7, we have SW0113A Princess Leia Hoth outfit from set number 6212 X-Wing Fighter. This Leia will set you back around $371, and it's actually a defect of the normal Hoth outfit Princess Leia. This version is only so expensive because the hairpiece is smooth and doesn't have the streaks and details molded into it, which makes the hairpiece very smoother looking and led to this figure being named Smooth Hair Leia by the community. LEGO of course pretty quickly fixed the production error, which led to the smooth hair version being much rarer and because of that more expensive. Barely missing the top 5, on spot number 6 we have SW0105 Lando Calrissian from once again 10123, the original Cloud City set. This figure is gonna cost you about $443, and the reason behind this is mostly that this Lando is from a very rare Cloud City. The figure itself is not that special, once again some standard printing on torso and face, no leg printing, but at least got a cape. The actual spot number 5 is SW0175A Princess Leia white dress with smooth hair from set number 10198 Tantive 4. This figure has the exact same phenomenon as the Hoth Smooth Hair Leia, and the reason why this figure costs roughly $464 is because of the same production error that the Hoth variant had, which led to a very undetailed and smooth hairpiece, once again giving her the name Smooth Hair Leia. Spot number 4 might be the worst figure in this top 5, and I'm speaking of SW0103 Cloud City Luke Skywalker from, you already guessed it, set number 10123 Cloud City. This figure will set you back about $470, which is insane when you take an objective look at it. Over the years we have gotten way more realistic versions of Bespin Luke, and this one even had the classic LEGO skin color instead of an accurate skin tone, which makes it even more ridiculous. You can literally put this $470 Luke in a classic LEGO city from the early 2000s and he would easily pass as a mechanic or something like that. Spot number 3 is at least a cooler looking minifig, and this is SW1005 Resistance Bomber Pilot Finch Dello. This figure was included in set number 75188 Resistance Bomber Finch Dello version and is valued at around $1,162 for a brand new version. The prices for this figure can vary quite a lot, which I guess is quite normal for such an expensive item, but you're pretty likely gonna have to pay a UCS price tag for just one LEGO minifigure, which is from the not so beloved sequels and the even less liked episode 8 The Last Jedi. So why is this figure so expensive? It was only included in a small number of sets before LEGO recalled the Finstello version and swapped him out for a more accurate minifig selection, I guess. At least that's what I've heard. And this led to the Finstello minifigure becoming much rarer and of course way more expensive because he and the set are pretty hard to come by now. Spot number 2 and just slightly missing spot number 1 is SW0202B Clone Trooper Commander Fox Phase 1 from set number 7681 Separatist Spider Droid. This figure will cost you roughly $1,268 in brand new condition. And no, before I rush through the comments, I didn't accidentally put Fox on this list twice. This is once again a slightly different variant of Phase 1 Fox, as it doesn't have the grey hammer circle above his belt on the torso print. I don't know if this was an error or a production change, but this version is not just a one-off misprint, but happened multiple times, which makes it a unique minifigure. Now, is this variant with the very minor change worth the almost $1,000 price increase? I personally don't think so. And now spot number 1, and the according to Brickset most expensive LEGO Star Wars minifig out of regular sets is of course Cloud City Boba Fett from set number 10123 Cloud City. This minifigure alone will set you back around $2,110 and is in my opinion one of the most overhyped LEGO Star Wars minifigures in existence. Now, don't get me wrong, this Boba Fett looks pretty freaking cool and it was pretty insane that a minifig from 2003 had arm printing, but the current prices of about 1,800 to even over 2,000 bucks are just way too much. It's a great figure and definitely a legendary LEGO Star Wars item, but these prices are just not justifiable for any LEGO Star Wars minifig. But to be honest, I don't know if any of these prices are justifiable on this list, so definitely let me know your thoughts about the value of these figures in the comments down below. But now this was the current top 20 of the most expensive LEGO Star Wars figures that got released in regular sets. Once again, I ranked them according to Brickset prices, as this was way easier to do. Some of the prices are similar or even the same compared to Bricklink, and some can vary, and that's why I had both of them in the video. But now let me know down in the comments below what's your most expensive LEGO Star Wars minifigure in your personal collection. What is the most that you would pay for any LEGO minifigure? I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, I would very much appreciate a like to support the channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing. If you want to check out some of my other videos, you can see them on screen right now.